All right, today's video is around the one conversation that you can have anywhere, anytime, any place with anyone, and you're not gonna find this conversation scripted anywhere with anybody else. And so I'm excited to bring it to you because whether you're at a barbecue and you're feeling a little awkward around people that you don't know, or you're at an open house and you want to re-energize the conversation, this is a natural and comfortable conversation for you to have to ultimately talk about real estate. Okay, so look, every great conversation in real estate is rooted around situation and motivation. Now, look, motivation is really the root of why they're doing all this, and a lot of scripts and a lot of people just are zooming right into the motivation. What's the biggest benefit? What does that do for you? How's it important to you? And while those are all great questions that I need to know, it can feel a little pushy when you're jumping right into motivation, dive deeper into it, when you haven't developed any rapport, when you haven't developed any trust. And so those motivational questions I wanna keep on the tail end of the conversation where I start with situational questions. So situational questions, as opposed to motivational questions, are questions that are fundamental, simple questions in regards to where they're at right now. Okay, so let's jump into this script. Hey, if you want a free copy of the playbook, a compilation of scripts, strategies, and mindsets that helped me sell over 200 homes my first 4 years in the business, email me at TheRealSalesTalk@gmail.com. I love getting those requests because the playbooks literally help people make millions of dollars across the United States and beyond internationally because look, these are time-tested scripts that are not just theory that someone wrote up in a boardroom somewhere. We've been refining these scripts for many, many years. I'd love to hear any comments below on what you've experienced. Okay, let's jump into the situation script to hear just how easy and efficient this conversation can be when you're just casually asking questions to get to know the person a little bit more and ultimately talk about real estate. So I'll be role-playing the person asking the questions and the person answering the questions so that you can hear the flow of the conversation. All right, let's jump in. So Randy, where do you live now? Well, actually, Paul, I live in Round Rock. Wow, Round Rock, that's a great area. Have you always lived in Round Rock or where did you move from? No, we're not from Round Rock, we moved from Detroit. Detroit, wow, that's a lot different than Round Rock. What part of Round Rock do you live in? Actually, we're in the Mountaintop community. Mountaintop, that's a great area. How long have you lived in Mountaintop? Well, actually, we've been in Mountaintop 10 years. 10 years, that's a pretty long time. How did you happen to end up choosing Mountaintop when you first moved there? Well, it was the schools and really being able to know that that our kids were going to go to some of the best schools in the area. So, you know, we've enjoyed it. Now the kids are a little bit older, but man, it was really a great choice. Yeah, I'm hearing a lot about people choosing Mountaintop specifically for the school districts. If you could move, where would you guys want to go next? Well, actually, you know, it's funny, we were thinking about Georgetown now that the kids are a little bit older and moved out, and we just love that area up there. Georgetown, yeah, well, I mean, a little further north than Round Rock, and obviously that's a great area too with Lake Georgetown. What would be bringing you to Georgetown specifically? Well, you know, the Sun City community up there, you know, the retirement community, and my wife's parents who are beginning to get a little bit older, we want to make sure that we're there for them. So, you know, there's a lot of convenience in making sure that we're in the right neighborhood at the right time. Yeah, well, being there for family, I mean, that's definitely something important and admirable for you to be able to be thinking about that like that. What would have to happen for you guys to move? Okay, break script. Now, what would have to happen for you to move is beginning to move into motivational questions, and there's a motivational script that I'll do next for you guys to be able to move into those core questions of what's the biggest benefit, what's important, what does it really do for them. And when you're serious about helping people, about serving people, then you'll want to dive into those questions and you'll want to make sure that you get those questions answered, those core questions, once you move into the motivational questions. Okay, so let's tie up the situation script, which obviously is a simple script. Clearly, you've never seen this script before, and you won't because I've never seen it, and I've been exposed to almost every coaching organization on the planet for real estate. And this simple script will actually just allow you to be more comfortable and talk to strangers and ultimately talk about real estate. Now, look, you're not going to be trying to close on people and search for motivation for them to move when you're just casually having conversation at a barbecue or at a social setting. But it's a real great way for you to be social and talk about real estate and talk about them, because it's always people wanting to talk about themselves. And when you ask them questions about them, where they live is just such a natural conversation starter. And to be interested in why they chose the area or where they moved from, it never gets kickback. It always creates conversation. And when when you hear the opportunity, whether in a natural, casual, social setting, or you're at an open house and you're trying to dig a little more intentionally and strategically because they walked into the open house and there's probably something going on in regards to their motivation to move, the situation script acts like magic to create more engagement so that you can find out what's going on with people. Hey, what are your thoughts on the situation script? Stay tuned for the motivation script. Subscribe and follow, because we're going to continue to bring value to you in the real estate world. Hey, my name is Coach Pauly C. I own the Vision Realty Group in Austin, Texas, and we love to be able to help you anytime, anywhere, any place. See you guys soon.